All right, welcome. Now, this demonstration I'm really excited to show you because this is the second pillar of our recruitment methodology strategy called Empower. Now, in this one, you're going to see why 80% of Fortune 500 companies and why 90% of Fortune 100 companies like Google, Accenture, Facebook, why they all use behavioral assessments. But most of the time, they use it strictly for the candidate. Matter of fact, that's what they do. They only use it for the candidate. Well, we use it for not only the candidate, but for the job itself. Now, remember the movie Weird Science? It was one of my favorite movies in the 80s, right? Remember those two guys with the bras on their head, and they're in their room and they're scheming and trying to put together what they think is the ideal woman for them. They not only wanted to, put together her height, her weight, but they also wanted to put how she thought, what type of personality she had. Was she funny? Was she angry? All these things. So they wanted to create their version of a perfect woman. Well, we do this with the actual job, right? It's one thing to have a job description and qualifications and things and skills that you need, but what about the temperament? The leadership style, the communication style, your level of agreeableness, your level of effectiveness, right? And how you collaborate with others. Well, this also needs to be measured. We're in healthcare. Everything in healthcare is backed by science and data. So we did the same thing with recruitment. Everything should be backed with science and data, giving you a quantitative basis to be able to make sure that we're able to provide you the absolutely perfect candidate that you need to join your organization. And that's why we partner with McQuaig Institute, who has over 50 years of behavioral psychology and science, and be able to give to over 1,200 organizations. And we happen to be one of those 1,200. So what I'm going to show you is a short demonstration of how quick it is, not only for you, but for your team to come together and take this short and quick survey, the small test to come together and create that perfect person. Because what our system is going to do, once each hiring team member takes this test, our system aggregates each person's test, right? Their results, and then like Weird Science creates that perfect candidate and what that candidate needs to possess to be able to perform at a really, really high level. So let me show you how it goes. We're going to send this out to you, right? And we have different types of assessments again. This is the job survey. This is the one that you and your hiring team will be doing. The word survey is for the candidate. Now, what we like to do as a show of our appreciation is if you have any leaders that you just want to say, let's see where you guys are in your development. Because again, as consultants, we love for our clients to be able to take their members and their managers and their leaders and show where it is that they can also get better, because everybody has room for improvement. Everybody has the ability, or should be given the ability, to perform at their best and operate from their best, as their best. Right. So what we do with that, we have a self-development survey so everybody can see where they are. And we do that just out of you partnering with us. So again, what we're going to do, you're going to get a quick email. This is the kind of email you're going to get. It's going to say McQuaig Institute instead of hi Tice. It's going to be, hi to you. And then we click on here and we jump right into the actual test. Now, as you can see here, it goes from most likely to less likely. So you go from what you most need for someone to be really successful in this position. You might say, I need them to be really well organized. And then after that, I need them to have a really, really calm demeanor, because we're in a high pressure situation. We're dealing with patients here. So you need to have a really calm sense about you. Next, I need you to be a good communicator. You're going to be in a leadership position. People are going to be looking up to you. People are going to look for you for answers, from advice. So I need you to be a good communicator. And then last, you might need to achieve. You don't have to be a high achiever because you're already a high achiever. So next we go, here's the second part. This is how quick and easy. So it's the same thing basically over and over again. What does this person needs to be successful? What traits do they need to have from the most likely to the less likely, right? I need them to be very thorough. I need them to be enjoy stability. I need them to want to have challenges, and most least likely, I need them to be sociable, right? That's probably the least likely, right? Next, I need them to work and within the company's policy. That's really important. Welcomes the responsibility. That means they won't shy away, compose, and help others. So you can see how quickly this goes, right? I need them to be systemic. I need them to be a genuine person, is a leader, and predictable in their performance. Boom. So this goes all the way through till you hit 100%, right? So once you get that 100%, this is what it actually looks like. All right. So for that director of nursing role, this right here is the actual, basically the prototype of everything that you need that person to be. Right, and it's used by a color scheme, and so as you can see, red is dominant and at the high level. If it goes all the way up to 80 on the scale, the number scale, you know that they are really, really dominant individual. And if it's on the lower side, they are more accepting, right? Because when you're dominating, you're competitive, you're goal oriented. When you're accepting, you're just cautious and you're very deliberate. Same thing with the green on the social scale. You're very sociable. People get along with you. And then on the lower end, you're very analytical. The blue stands for your demeanor, right? You're very relaxed. And then if it goes higher, you're very driven, right? When you're relaxed, you're patient, you're reliable. On the driven side, you're pressure oriented. You perform really high and really well under high pressurized situation. And then on the yellow, you have your level of how compliant someone is. Are they individual? Are they independent? So for the director of nursing, this is what we come up with. Right. So once the candidate takes the actual word survey and say, this is John Smith. He took the word survey. And so imagine that it comes to us, right? And we go, is he going to be a fit? Well, let's look and see them overlap. Now you can see from the looks of things, John Smith is a pretty good fit. He's a really good fit. So what the test is going to do is going to give you this feedback and this data, and it's a full-on report. As you can see, it's a 17-page report, the job fit interview guide. That's what we're going to get back. And once the candidate takes their word survey, and you're going to be able to match them side by side, and it's going to tell you if this person is a good fit or not. So again, we look here, we can pretty much see Mr. Smith is a pretty good fit. What we will go down and find out what the summary job fit is, he's a strong match. Says the profile and factor scores John Smith will produce great strong behavior and match the actual reference profile. See, and this is how it's done, right? This is how it's done. So what I really want to be able to show you guys is the actual power of behavioral assessments and how it's going to de-risk the actual recruitment process. Now, we do this in 3 layers, but the most important layer that we do it is what we call the will do process, which is this is pre-interview. We do assessments way before they ever meet you face to face. So when you do get your short list of candidates, you know that you're getting exactly the top and the best possible candidates for that position. So you really cannot go wrong. You can't go wrong. You're going to get the perfect and great candidate that's going to be able to take your organization and go to the next level. So what I want you to do now is there's a button below. And what I want you to do is click that button and schedule your free, no obligation strategy call where we get together and we see everything that you need and show you how we going to put these processes together and make sure that your next hire is the best hire. I see you on the inside.